now. It's a Top That Trade Day. Joining us is Phil Strebel and Alan Nuckman, a couple of options trading pros. Here we go, guys, with round number one, T Cubed. We want your top 10 trader tips of the year.
Everyone, whether they want to say it or not, they're traders. They have a point where they have to buy and have a point where they have to sell. And being a trader, as in T-R-A-D-E-R, is not a negative. It's a positive. It means someone has a plan to trade.
Yeah, you got to definitely plan your trade your plan. Here's the problem right now. I think you do have to be a bit of a trader in these markets. These valuations are completely disproportionate. We've seen companies get $12 trillion injected into them in loose money. You look at companies like SoftBank, WeWork, these valuations, Peloton, it's out of control.
Money is on the move, but there's always going to be opportunity, but you have to have that trading plan. So some of the things on the top 10 things to do for traders, learn how to take a loss. That's number one, and focus on risk, not reward. Understand what your worst case scenario is, what your risk is. Look big picture, and go with the flow. If the S&P trend is positive, be a buyer. If the S&P trend is negative, be a seller and buy puts.
Remember, the markets also fall twice as fast as they rise. And how long has this this rally been going on here for the last year? There you go. We could easily have a 10-20% correction.
Since you were a little trader.
There you go.
Round number two, house punters. Baby boomers are downsizing. What will this mean for the real estate market?
I got something interesting on this, and I was doing some research on this topic here, and something about being in Illinois. I found out that 313 households leave this state a day. Now, this doesn't have anything to do with transferring over, but I just thought it was an interesting fact.
The silver tsunami, actually it is a fact. The silver tsunami, people are leaving the Midwest and some of the colder states and going where it's warm. So we're going to see in the next few years, right now, 50% of homes are owned by people over 50. So in the next few years, those houses are going to come to market. So you and I, are we going to go to Tucson, Phoenix, Tampa, Miami, Orlando? There's going to be a lot of houses to buy.
I'm telling you that my parents' style and taste in households is not as great as I am. So if I got to come in here and take over this house, I want to belong to guys who renovate these companies. The things where they're bringing up new cabinetry, new floors, things like that.
They're gonna. Most of those houses are going to be like have 70s decor. They're They're going to have to be redone on the inside. That's pretty smart thinking. I was not on that page.
Here we go with round number three, decade doers. There's some stocks out there that had a hot run over a decade. What are your trader thoughts?
A lot of these stocks have to be, hinged on any kind of trade agreement. You look at something like AMD, NVIDIA. These are some of the top performers out there, and a lot of it does have to deal with that.
AMD was the best performer in 2019. We're talking about the decade. Netflix was up 3,500% in the decade, and they changed their whole program. I remember one time they used to send you DVDs. Remember DVDs? They used to send you those in the mail, and you'd mail them back. So obviously they've transformed, they've adapted it, and they've got to figure it out. So Netflix is interesting. It's holding around this 300 level. IT services were the best sector in the last decade, up 400%. And the worst was energy, up only 30%. So as commodities guys here, I think there's a lot of opportunity in the energy stocks.
Especially if you get that breakout to the upside on oil, like Alan said, above $70. I think that's a key level.
Well, here's your bonus round question for today. It's a closest to the pin. Can you figure out how much babysitters charge on New Year's Eve?
A dog walker is $18 for 30 minutes. So, and that's a dog. So a kid, you got to have a little bit more sophistication.
Actually, the price is less. The price is less for a baby than it is a dog. Because
I'm
in the baby business. You're in the dog business.
I'm going $20 an hour.
It's $15 an hour.
Oh, jeez.
Alan, you're a winner. The answer was $16.40. They charge about $1 more because of New Year's Eve. Smart.
I'm going to McDonald's for a job.
So it's closer, right? All right, I win.
Thanks so much, guys. Great job today. Business First Ham continues right after this.